I don't actually mind that they're overpriced now because I feel like I'm supporting a small business again. So go to a movie theater if you're watching this and don't watch Morbius. Moose's movie Meview. There, it's an alliteration. Moose's movie review, but with instead of an R, it's an M to keep the alliteration to keep asparagus happy and sane. Uh,
Moose's movie review. Oh, I love it.
Okay, so over this past weekend, I went to the movies with my good buddy, who's also my mod. Who's also just a good buddy at the end of the day. And we like to go to the movies while we're in college, and because movie theaters are just like unfortunately they're like dying, and they're starting to get revived a little bit, I think, but movie theaters are dying ever since COVID hit, and I don't actually mind that they're overpriced now because I feel like I'm supporting a small business again. So go to a movie theater if you're watching this and don't watch Morbius.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I'm here. That's what I'm here to talk about today. Morbius, the movie. I feel like a good population of Marvel fans didn't know this movie was coming out, and then the population of Marvel fans that keep up with Marvel constantly knew this movie was coming out, and then an even smaller population of those fans were excited for it. So this movie was already like, it was already on a downhill climb, or downhill, whatever you want to insert there to make sense. It was already just, it didn't have high hopes. Okay, no one knows who Morbius is really.
I know.
I know.
I've never.
I know more about Morbius than I do about Moon Knight.
Most people don't know who Morbius is, I guess. And if they do, it's not like super deep. And I don't know, Agathon, how excited you were, since you know who Morbius is, about this movie.
There's a couple of things about this movie, but I'm gonna save them for a little bit.
Okay. So I was excited because it's Marvel content. And then I looked at it from a different point of view because it's also Sony's content as well.
Yeah.
I try not to let that skew it, because Venom was okay, and the Spider-Man movies were pretty good. Like the Homecoming one was pretty good. So I went in there trying to look at it from an optimist point of view, and then it was released, and I saw people making videos of, wow, this movie's shit. My favorite one was this guy like looking at the Suicide Squad DVD and being like, it's okay, you can rest now. They made a worse one. And and so I was like, oh my god, this movie must suck. And Suicide Squad wasn't that bad. Like, if they just got rid of the Joker, I think that would have been a decent movie.
The guy voted Jared Leto out of both movies.
Thank you so much.
No, okay, I'm getting into that.
Jared Leto can catch a break.
Dude, I really want to believe Jared Leto is a good actor. I really do, but I haven't
He
seen him.
is.
I haven't seen him. I don't know a movie. I'm not a movie buff. Okay, so I haven't like happened to stumble upon a movie where I notice it's him and I'm like, oh, he's good at acting. And all I can think of is Suicide Squad and now this movie.
Requiem for a Dream.
It's really not good. Just like Oscar Isaac, I didn't know he was a good actor until recently because all I saw him was in Star Wars, and it's like, it's not a good character. Might be good acting, but it's not a great character. So anyways, I don't want to blame this on Jared, and I definitely don't think this movie's bad because of Jared. Like, he actually is probably the best part of this movie.
Are we on a first name basis with Mr. Leto now?
Yeah, Jared.
Well, Agton, I
We're
am, because
buddies.
I'm an ex-emo, and I was a big fan of 30 Seconds to
Oh
Mars.
my god, love it.
Yeah,
that's
and-
why I want to love him so much.
Yeah, because 30 Seconds to Mars is so good.
And he has been in some fantastic films. He really has.
Yeah, when Moose
But
probably
he's-
didn't see Requiem for a Dream, because it's a very old movie.
Yeah, I'm really your typical Gen Zer when it comes to movies. You know, I haven't watched Back to the Future. I haven't watched just insert another classic movie. I'm lucky I watched Jaws. I can't stand that movie. Thank you, Junior Goody, for the follow. And yeah, but anyways, back to Morbius before I get sidetracked, because I swear I have something where I just can't stay on topic unless I focus. So Morbius, I go in the movie theater trying my best, trying my darndest to see the good side of this movie, and I'm trying to make myself have a bias to like it. So I go in there, I'm watching it, and I don't know if you guys want me to have spoil or not. So just let me know. Spoil or no.
We're a
And I-
spoiler show, and I'm not gonna see the movie. So
But I just want to put this out there. I'm totally gonna watch it, and I'm probably gonna be the one of us who's gonna be like, it wasn't bad. I liked it because Suicide
Dude.
Squad. I enjoyed the hell out of that. I
Dude,
was
it's so
I was also slightly buzzed the first time I watched him. By slightly buzzed, I mean
That
I
helps.
was drunk. I was drunk, and that soundtrack for the first Suicide Squad is a banger. It's
I mean,
so
yeah.
good. It's so good, and the visuals of that movie are so good. Yeah, okay. Some of the acting is, yeah, I know. Killer Croc was fucking awful. I got it.
It
Okay,
was so
Don, keep it down. All right.
no, the worst part was the Enchantress dance.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Cara Delevingne, you've done better.
Yeah.
You can do better. Try not to. I don't know if you can hear my kids screaming in the background, but I'm gonna just keep ignoring it. He's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm probably gonna be like, I like this.
I don't
like
know,
this
Agathon,
movie.
because okay, so I've been permission to spoil or no? Like I'm not gonna go through spoil the whole thing.
Fuck it. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's
Well, fair warning for everyone in chat. That's pretty obvious, but Moose is about to spoil a Morbius, a movie which apparently you do not want to go and watch. So there you go. You have
You're
been
okay.
warned.
trust me, I'm saving you about an hour and 45 minutes of your time.
If you don't want spoilers, mute the stream for like a minute or two, and don't go away. Don't go away.
Also, I'm really not gonna spoil much, because there isn't much. Like it almost feels like nothing happened. The storyline is terrible. I won't go into. I won't explain the whole movie to you. It's just I'll explain what I think is bad. They have an okay storyline that they submitted to the viewer. What are you about to say?
I literally can't. I don't want to be spoiled, so I'm gonna take care of this kid real quick because he is like tearing the house apart. Be right back.
Okay, be right back.
All right. So this storyline it just doesn't. It's okay. You could have made good adjustments to it, but it just feels cheesy because it's basically, to summarize it, two childhood best friends that have a fallout and they had each other's backs. They're like brothers, and they tried making the death of one of the characters so sad when it was really kind of stupid. And that's all I'm going to say about the main storyline. Of course, there's a plot twist, and that just didn't feel like a plot twist. Like, oh, why did this happen? That's stupid. Also, the biggest complaint I have, that is a good spoiler, and I want Agathon to watch this for himself, so it's cool that he's not here. The biggest complaint, Asparagus, is you saw those trailers? You saw the people being like, oh, now that Spider-Man No Way Home has happened, the multiverse is open. And then in the trailer, you see like Spider-Man Easter eggs from each thing. They took all them shits out of the movie. They took every single thing in that trailer out of the movie.
There was in the trailer, there was some kind of painting on the wall of Spider-Man with some
Out of the
graffiti
movie.
saying murderer on top of it. It's not that.
Out of the movie.
We're still spoiling, by the way.
That's fine. I just want to add, I saw that the director was like, I don't know why the fuck they put that in the trailer.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man murderer thing.
Vulture, out of the movie. Not even in the movie. He's in
Okay.
the end credit scenes, which are the dumbest end credit scenes I've ever seen in my life. I
That I've
swear to
seen.
you.
I've seen
No,
a video on that.
Dude, they are so bad. It like
What?
provides confusion. Like you could have ended the movie and given me a more thought out post credit scene, because it's kind of like what they wanted. Like I could see what they were trying to do, but at the end of the day, it doesn't even make any sense. Like compared to the Spider-Man movie. Like I don't know if you really want me to spoil this, Agathon. I really don't want to spoil it for you.
Go for it. Go for it.
Because I can explain the end credit scenes in 2 seconds. So like the first one is Vulture getting teleported when Doctor Strange opens up the multiverse, and it's obvious that it's from that because they do the crack thing like they do in the Spider-Man movie.
The
in
purple
the
line in
world.
the sky.
Yeah. So Adrian Toomes, Vulture, gets teleported into his same cell that happens to have nobody in it, into the Venomverse universe because that's what Morbius is, and that's confirmed from this movie. That's the only thing that confirmed literally anything, was that this movie takes place in the same universe as Venom, and he gets teleported into that. So it's just them wanting to teleport him into the Venom universe for whatever reason.
Why?
Exactly. I don't know why.
Because the spell in Spider-Man was just everyone who know who Spider-Man is supposed to go back
why
to
would
their
he?
own
Why would
place,
he
right?
get teleported to a different place? Is what I'm saying. And then
Guys,
what?
I think I know. Who's all a part of the Sinister Six?
Oh yeah, they want to set up the Sinister Six, but why?
But they just did it. They just did it in No
did
Way Home.
Sinister
No,
Five.
the OG Sinister Six. They're gonna get the OG Sinister Six because they have like the people in there, and
Like
I'm
Venom,
wondering because
Morbius,
Vulture.
Vulture.
They're not part of the Sinister Six, but I'm wondering if this is their way of like segueing into wanting to bring back one of the other Spider-Mans. Because I did just read an article that Sam Raimi is like, yeah, I'd totally be game for doing another Spider-Man 4. We've talked about it.
With Toby?
With Toby.
Well, here's the thing. The second end credit scene.
Okay. All right.
So fucking dumb.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no worries, no worries. The first end credit scene, he gets teleported into his cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
You typically wouldn't think his suit comes with him. And he only has that suit because of what happened in the MCU universe, because it was the Avengers Tower outbreak. Yep. You remember how he got that suit? Anyways, in the second end credit scene, he somehow is flying in his suit in that same Venom universe. And
so his suit came with him?
Yeah, somehow his suit got teleported.
Because he had his suit as his prison cell.
Yeah, because he was wearing it, and he had it under his bed, and somehow it went.
No one found it. He kept it in. He kept it inside.
Oh, come on!
It's just so bad. That's why I'm like, they didn't even think this all the way through. But so the second end credit scene is Vulture flying out to Morbius on some undisclosed location in the middle of nowhere, and Vulture's flying to Morbius, and he says, "Hey, I've been reading up on you," and he's like, "Oh yeah," and then he's like, "Yeah, I think I." It says, I don't even remember the lines, but it's like I think I know how I got teleported here, and I think it has to do with Spider-Man. As if he's salty at Spider-Man again for no reason, even though he wasn't salty at Spider-Man by the end of that movie that he was in with him, and he actually like saved Spider-Man's identity. But he was like, yeah, I think it's because of the Spider-Man, and he's a problem. So I think if we build a team, we could take him out. And so it definitely is Sinister Six hints. But I don't see why you would do that after you just did an ultimate team up with villains.
And Vulture's supposed to have forgotten who Spider-Man is, right? Because of the spell? Because he wasn't the MCU work?
He's forgot about Peter Parker. And so he doesn't know Peter Parker, supposedly. He just knows Spider-Man's the problem. And he didn't forget Spider-Man. He forgot Peter Parker was Spider-Man. And my only theory for all this is not setting up against Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think it's Andrew. I don't think it's Toby. I really don't. I think it's Andrew Garfield.
Toby already has his Venom anyway, so it won't work.
Yeah, the superior Venom.
But I think they're setting up a Tom Holland Venom in the MCU and a Andrew Garfield Sinister Six in whatever universe they choose for that to happen.
We just got this, so Sony's just gonna do a big fuck you to Marvel. But
it'd be way more successful. Just think about it. It'd be way more successful to have another villain team up with Andrew Garfield alone rather than having another one with Tom Holland, if you think about it. So when was the last time we got an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie?
Well, Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. He has the worst movies in my view, but as a Spider-Man actor, he's the one I preferred of all of them.
I didn't mind his movies, to be
honest.
I
liked his movies. I didn't love his movies. I liked his movies, and I agree with you. He was my favorite as well.
Yeah, he's my favorite. I just loved I loved his jokes too, like the sneezing one where he's like throwing that guy against the wall. Yeah, I remember watching the trailers for that. I was like, dude, this is so funny. I feel like this is how I would do it. So anyways, that's Morbius. Not a big fan of it. Actually think it's Marvel's worst content. I didn't even start to complain about the movie itself. Like the slow motion scenes, it's weird because they tried doing this blurriness with it, like you see in the trailers. Well, it makes it hard to understand what the fuck is going on. Like when there's two vampire people fighting each other, they're both just blurry, and it just looks like this on screen.
Wait, there's multiple Morbiuses?
No,
Morbius Eye?
I'll let you watch and figure it out.
Someone called it in the chat, and I don't want to say it because Agton doesn't want to be spoiled, but a plot twist here, Burn the Dota Prodigy, I think he called it, and I'm kind of happy with that. I'm kind of agree with that. Which universe? Burn says he was about to ask the dumbest question. He says, which MCU universe is Suicide Squad from? None. But you caught yourself in time, so it's all good. It's all good. Any link to Blade, Moose, in the movie? Is there any mention of Blade? Anything Blade related? No.
You wish. You totally wish. You would think it makes sense, right?
You would.
No, you wish.
Because the actor they got to play Blade is, I love him. It's the guy who was playing a Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
Yeah, I love that guy. I absolutely love him.
But he's in the MCU universe.
Well, he's now because they just brought all the these shows. So
that's true.
Well, no, I'm saying the guy who's playing Blade, he's in the MCU universe, not in the Sony universe.
Eternals.
Yeah.
They brought him in Eternals.
Okay.
But only by voice so far. So
yeah. He's the one that talks to Jon Snow at the end.
So they bring a Blade Easter egg in Eternals, but not Morbius. So there you go.
So Moose, you want to close your segment the same way Agathon did, and then we can do a theme song?
And that was Moose's Movie Meview.
Meview.